The first time Emily met Noah, the sea breeze carried the scent of salt and possibility. It was a Tuesday morning in late July, and the beach was still waking up. Vendors were setting up carts. A few joggers were pounding the shoreline, and the ocean yawned in slow waves under the golden sunrise. Emily had been coming to the small coastal town of Seaforth every summer since she was 10. Her grandparents owned a cottage just a few steps from the sand. After a year of breakups, burnout, and the chaos of city life, she'd taken a sabbatical from her marketing job in Chicago to spend a quiet month there. No plans, no deadlines, just books, sunsets, and solitude. Noah disrupted that plan the way lightning cracks across a calm sky. He was standing beside a surfboard, dark hair dripping wet, trying to wrestle a tangled leash from his ankle. Emily, holding a coffee cup and a towel, had paused nearby, unsure whether to offer help or continue walking. "Surfboard 1, Noah 0, he muttered under his breath, not noticing her watching. She laughed despite herself. He looked up, sheepishly grinning. "Want a hand?" she offered, stepping forward. "I promise I usually look less ridiculous," he said, straightening up. "I'll believe that when I see it." That was the beginning. They started meeting by accident, or so it seemed at first. A coffee run that turned into a walk along the dunes. A bookstore encounter that led to lunch. Emily learned that Noah was a marine biologist spending the summer studying shore erosion for a university grant. He had the kind of easy charm that made people open up, and the kind of eyes you didn't forget, sea glass green, with laughter hiding in the corners. They talked about everything: poetry, old movies, their shared love of storms and silence. Emily confessed her dreams of writing a novel one day. Noah told her he was once married, briefly, and that the ocean had always been more faithful than people. "What about you?" he asked one evening, as they lay side by side on a blanket, watching the stars appear. "Me?" Emily shrugged. "I used to think I had it all figured out. Perfect boyfriend, perfect apartment, fast-track job. Then it all just unraveled, like someone pulled a thread I didn't know was loose." Noah turned his head. "Do you miss it?" "Sometimes," she said. "But not now. Not here." The days melted together in a rhythm as natural as the tide. Morning walks turned into midday swims, shared dinners into long talks on the porch. Sometimes they didn't speak at all, just listened to the wind and the waves. Being with Noah felt like exhaling after holding your breath for too long. One afternoon, he brought her to a secret cove only locals knew, hidden behind a narrow trail through tall grasses. "I used to come here as a kid," he said. "My parents brought me before everything changed." Emily didn't ask what changed. She could see the shadow in his eyes, the way grief sometimes sat beside him like an old friend. Instead, she leaned against him, the sun warming their backs. "It's beautiful," she whispered. "So are you," he said. Their kiss came slow and sure, like waves lapping the shore. Nothing rushed, nothing forced. Just two people who had drifted long enough and finally found something solid to hold on to. But not every tide brings gifts. In the third week of August, Emily received a call from her manager in Chicago. A new position had opened, senior creative director. It was everything she'd worked toward, a dream with a 6-figure salary and international travel. "I know you're on leave," her boss said, "but I need an answer by Friday. It's yours if you want it." Emily sat on the edge of the dock that evening, feet in the water, the phone heavy in her lap. Noah found her there. "You okay?" She nodded, slowly, I got offered a promotion. Back home. Big one. The biggest. He sat beside her. Do you want it? She didn't answer right away. I'm not sure anymore. I came here to escape that world, but now that it's knocking again, I don't know who I am without it. Noah was quiet for a moment. You don't have to decide tonight. But I do, she said softly. They want an answer by the end of the week. He looked out at the water. And what do you want? Emily turned to him, heart twisting. I want both. The job and this. You. He smiled sadly. Sometimes you can't carry the ocean in your hands and still hold on to someone else. They spent the next few days in a kind of limbo, laughing too hard, kissing too long, pretending time wasn't slipping through the cracks. Every moment felt borrowed. On Friday, Emily woke early. She walked the beach alone, seagulls crying overhead, the wind brisk and cool. Her heart felt full and broken all at once. At noon, she called her boss and turned down the offer. At sunset, she went to find Noah. He was on the same cove where they first kissed, sketching sea turtles in his notebook. She sat beside him. I said no, she said simply. Noah looked at her, eyes wide. What? I don't know what comes next, she said. Maybe I'll freelance. Maybe I'll write that novel. But I know this. I'm not ready to leave. Noah closed the notebook. You'd give all that up? For this? Emily took his hand. Not for this. For me. Because being here, being with you, it's the first time in years I've felt like myself. He cupped her face, kissed her forehead. Then stay. The summer waned. Tourists left. The boardwalk quieted. Emily rented a small studio near the cottage and started writing. Mornings were filled with pages and coffee, afternoons with Noah and the sea. They were in no rush, no grand declarations, just long walks, tangled sheets, shared dreams whispered in the dark. On her birthday in October, he gave her a silver necklace shaped like a wave. So you'll always remember the tide that brought you home. Years later, when people asked how they met, she would smile and say, I found him between the waves. And Noah would add, and I never let her drift away again.